What's up guys, Marc Augustine here, and in this video we're going to talk about what is product substitution and how to actually execute product substitution. We would really focus a little bit on how to execute it with Ecom Sniper, but it's a process that you could do manually, although it takes a lot of time. I mean, we'll talk through what is the difference between doing it manually and using Ecom Sniper. But just to introduce myself, my name is Marc Augustine. I've been dropshipping on eBay since 2011. I've dropshipped on eBay, Amazon, Walmart, Facebook, sold over $20 million over the years. So Joran, you want to introduce yourself really quickly?
Yeah, I'm Joran. I'm doing dropshipping since 2024. Only 13 years less, but we are here to make it work anyways. And yeah, I mean, I'll try to explain how I will do product substitution with Marc's expertise.
Right. So what product substitution is finding items on eBay that sell regularly and using the same titles and a lower price and a similar item to compete with that ranked title, those items that sell regularly. So the first part of the process is finding the items that sell regularly, right? So Joran, you want to share your screen and we go through what do you do to find those items?
Yep. Okay, I mean, what I do to find the items is, for example, what I do is I go to, the bestsellers on Amazon, right? And let's say bestsellers in homes and kitchen. I mean, we have like this queen size 4 sheet straight away, which we can just, look up here on eBay. And then let's say you want like these people that sell these items with Ecom Sniper. We have this extract sellers button, and you can extract the sellers. And
right, so you actually use the extract sellers button, because that's something that I asked Sammy for, because building the sellers list is something that takes time.
Yeah, for sure I use it, man. Like sometimes I try to not do it, but and try to do it manually to just only get the drop shippers, because sometimes you obviously get like the wholesalers and whatnot, which like make your product substituting quite a bit harder.
And you've had issues beating wholesalers prices with product substitution, because the thing is, when you're doing product substitution, you don't necessarily need all drop shippers, because you may be able to find an item to compete with a wholesaler, but yes, it would make it a little harder.
Yes, I mean, sometimes you can, but like often enough, you would have to change something about then the title or like the amount or whatnot, whatever it is, right? Which like obviously makes your chance of having a successful product substitution lower.
Right.
So I try to not I try to find it anyways, but I don't want to waste 5 minutes on finding one item, right? Preferably. I mean, either way, that this is like the process, and then I make a list which I already did today. It's all gonna go into the competitors research, and I just click on run, right? And it scans all the sold items. This time I did it the last 7 days. It will give the amount of sales for the last 90 days anyways. So
yeah, but the purpose of you putting it last 7 days is you want only items that recently sold.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I can do 30 days. The difference is that for now it took my PC like 3 hours to do 300. And if I do 30 days, it will take like 8 hours or something.
Right, but you don't sit there, right? I usually put it to run overnight.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't do it last night, so I had to do it today. That's why I did 7 days.
Right. Okay.
But usually I would have like 14 days or 30 days. It depends a bit. Because I like to do it this way too, because sometimes, because the day before I did 800, I had 800 sellers, right? But like actually like 90% or like more than 90% of the items were not suitable. So because was all really branded, or it was like it was just not I couldn't find a good substitution often enough.
Because you also don't want to do product substitution with branded items, because then you have to change the title.
Yes. So then, what my step is, I just show all the items, right? Which is 45,000 items.
So these are 45,000 items that sold at least once in the past 7 days from those 300 sellers.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
That's basically what it says, right? Yeah. I mean, here I tend to like play around with it a bit. Like I can just do 5 here, right? And usually what I want to do is I want to have a minimum price of 20 because I want to make money from it, right?
Right.
So that's what I do, and it depends on how many I find. I will just adjust these numbers, right? So for example, you find like this. Now you find this item, right? Then if I want to find it, I'll just already click on like copying snipe the title price, right? And then
Right. So that button copies the title and the price.
yes.
Right. Go to next step.
And then I'm gonna click on Amazon, right? And it's already like the thing is, it's already this is 11.49, right? But like here you have this is not the same item, right? So I'll just look. It's 516 inch. Let's look a bit at the titles. Sometimes I just take this item
Because you are available, right? So it's the price difference is high enough that you can make a profit even with the original price. So you can snipe the item.
Yes, exactly. Which is not really a full substitution. It's just more like a snipe, right?
Right, it's sniping, but you go into the product substitution process, but you finding opportunities.
Yes, exactly. And yeah, I mean, you could look more, right? If you would want to, but in this case, I wouldn't because it's 2033. If I could get it for a lot cheaper, what I do is sort low to high sometimes, which, for example, like 516. This one is like 516, and then look, it's also 516. This is aluminum, right? This is also aluminum. This terrible rating, but this one I could take, right? Like you could take this. Like I think it's completely fine to take this, and it's so much cheaper. It is the same item.
Right. So when you import, it sets the price, right?
Yes, and then it says the price. But now because this one is so cheap, I can like literally make this. Like even if I do like this for example, it's already gonna be a lot cheaper than the other one. It has the same title, and I will just like snipe list it, right? So
right.
And that's like one. That's the process. And then I'll click this one away. Let's go to the next item, like multifunctional torch lighter, built in with fast shipping, whatever. So 16.99 on this one, which is most likely already the cheapest item. But we can check it anyways, right? Because sometimes you're gonna get a lot of nonsense items in the start, which is kind of annoying. But sometimes what I do is I just scroll. And sometimes when it's like this, I'll just not do it, like, because he wanted to be multifunctional, right? This one is selling for 27.99. I mean, it has a promotion, right? So if there's anything else which is cheaper, I mean, this one is a little bit different, right? It's basically the same, 10% promotion. Like what I'd like to do then is all-in-one torch lighter with built-in fee cutter. Okay, let's see this item. Yeah, I mean this one would work just fine, right? And it's like so much cheaper that I can list this item for I don't know 23.94.
You can even list it for 19.94 and still make money.
Yeah, exactly, right. But like the more margin, the better. So like it's the same title.
Yeah, so, I keep forgetting. Being in the Netherlands, you want as much margin as possible, the extra 5%.
Yeah, so we imported it again. I mean, I'll just do this, right? And then it's still cheaper.
And did it list already?
No, this is busy listing.
All right, so it's listing. Right, so guys, if you're watching this, what you're seeing is us jumping around and using Ecom Sniper to actually find the top selling items, to click over, get to Amazon, and click a button to list the item. So Joran, let's look at what we would have to do if we had to do it manually. So go to ebay.com and let's search for something with the same lighter, a similar lighter.
All-in-one lighter. I mean, I don't even know, like, what's it called? Like multifunctional torch lighter.
Or just search for torch lighter. Or search for something that someone would buy, like torch lighter. So someone searches for torch lighter, and then you would have to scroll down and look. And the first thing I would do, I would filter to brand new item.
Oh, how do you do that in newly listed?
No, condition, under condition, right. And then I would look for a torch lighter that from the outside, it shows you a lot of sales.
I mean, this one is 290 sold, right?
Right, but it's also 12.98.
Yeah, so it's pretty cheap. I mean, this one's also cheap. So they're all probably going to be fairly cheap, right? Mostly.
And there's so many of them that are sponsored. I mean, that one, that's a 4-pack, so that would be hard to substitute.
Yeah, for sure it will be hard. I mean, you can look at it. I mean, you won't even look. This is this item, and it has like so it's you can buy it for 12 euros, and this guy is selling it for well this amount, right? Which is not even a 50% margin. So yeah,
Right. So the process of finding with Ecom Sniper, just click a couple buttons. But guys, you can do it manually, as I say all the time. It just takes a lot more time.
yeah, you would have to like copy this title, and then you'd have to go to Amazon, and then you'd have to like put in this title. I mean, it's even annoying to copy, right? Essentially,
Right.
and then you have to do this, and then you find the item, and then one by one you'll have to do this. Which honestly, like, it's not worth your time. Like, if you're gonna be doing that with product substitution, I don't think you should do it. Then you should not be doing this. Like, it won't. I don't know how many items you can do in a full day of work doing it manually. Like, you can probably do like 50 items in a day. Like, if I feel like
In
that's
8 hours, right?
Yeah.
Because back in the day when I used to snipe without software, it would take me 8 hours to find 20 items.
Yeah.
But it was worth it because I was selling $100,000 a month with 400 items listed.
That's crazy, yeah.
Which is bizarre.
That's actually crazy.
You know what I mean? But
yeah,
with Ecom Sniper, you could do product substitution for 2 hours and then list 100 items, and you could get real results. I would say so. In the last 3 months, you haven't done product substitution. You're doing all bulk listing.
Yep.
And what do you think about product substitution so far?
I mean, it feels like it's still quite tedious, but it seems to be working. Like in terms of like volume and sales that I get so far, it's been a lot better.
Right. I mean, it's tedious compared to bulk listing, because bulk listing, you click a couple buttons and you get results, right?
Yeah. For most people, yeah, exactly.
Right. Okay, well, guys, the purpose of this video was just for us to go over and have a brief conversation about product substitution, how it's executed, how it works, and so on. I had done a couple of videos showing the three different types of the three strategies when dropship on eBay: product substitution, sniping, and bulk listing. So if you have any questions about either of these, you can let us know in the comment section. Check out Ecom Sniper, and I'm also interviewing people between the age of 30 and 50 to choose one person to coach them for 3 months in a row. So if you want to be that person, let me know in the comment section. So Joran, you have anything else you want to say before we go?
Not really. I mean, if you want to join the Ecom Sniper, I mean, so far I can recommend it. Like, especially if you're from the United States, I feel like it's quite a no-brainer. You should do it.
Right, and I think the community is a big deal, right? Like, I don't think any other software company has the every Saturday calls. And I think that is where a lot of the success comes from. Because if you started with Ecom Sniper and you didn't have the community, I think it'll be easier to give up before you're profitable.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, guys, so like the video, subscribe, and let me know how we can help you. Check out the description for all the free resources we have. Have a good one.
Yeah.